Turkeys, you're gonna rap with me today. Come on down. Woo! Come on down. Come on down. Yeah. Come on. Get more. Get together. Yep. Does everyone have copies of Mama's Peace Rap so you can rap with me? Anyone need one? Huh? Anyone? Oh, no, there's... My husband's in the audience passing them out. Look for the handsome guy with the navy blue hoodie that says peace on it.
It's her husband.
And joining me is my dear sister and fellow peace rapper, Carla Hansen. Woo! And the Raging Grannies! From the Women's International League for Peace and Freedom.
Yes.
Yeah!
That's right.
I wrote Mama's Peace Rap to express my sadness and outrage about this war and about our babies dying. And you know, they're all our babies that are dying. About the injustice and the greed and the empire building going on in our country. About a president who ignores the will and the well-being of the many in order to build an empire for the few. I also wrote it to express hope. In the words of St. Augustine, hope has two daughters. One is anger about the way things are, and the other is the courage to act to change it.
Yep.
So, are you angry about this war?
Yes.
And the death and the misery that our government is causing around the world?
Yes.
Are you ready to shout about it?
Yes.
Are you ready to rap?
Yes.
Okay. As you look at the words, it starts out middle-aged mama and peace-loving mama. I'd say substitute whatever works for you. You're welcome to say middle-aged mama. There's no police here checking. But say whatever fits, okay? I'm going to slow it down a little so we can all get the words out and breathe in between, okay? Are you ready? 1, 2, shout it out. I'm a middle-aged mama with babies to save, and like all mamas, I don't want them in a grave. So I'm mad as hell, and I won't take it anymore. It's long past time to end this race war. The emperor tells us that we need more stuff. All our money, resources, and talent aren't enough. We have to conquer those foreign lands and occupy them so they follow our command. But our country is abundant with all we need. Our empire building is purely greed. The only resource that's scarce these days is the wisdom that we have to change our ways. Now, Emperor, I can see that you're wearing no clothes, because the naked truth is that you're causing our woes. You really don't care if everyone's free, just freedom for you and your rich cronies to pillage our earth and plunder our people, and you hide behind a tall church steeple. If you really believed in what Jesus said, you'd be loving all the world's people instead of killing off thousands and torturing two and being the world's bully. The enemy is you. Now more have died than were killed on 9/11, and the ones who survived feel there is no heaven, because the hell they've lived will be with them forever, and you thank them by ignoring their endeavor. You've made us afraid, and we've been distracted by toys and idols, so we haven't acted. We've been quiet and tried to behave. We forgot we're equals, not Pharaoh's slave. You work for us. You're a public servant. In democracy, we must all be observant and protect our rights, privacy, and speech, and learn to practice what we preach. We know without justice there can be no peace, But justice for just us now must cease, because the world's caught on to what you're doing. It's the folks at home you think you're fooling. Emperor, do you know that an empire's fate is to keep starting wars until it's too late? They end in bankruptcy and revolution until they find that the real solution is to love your neighbor and work together, for it's when we all win that the world is better. So homeland security begins at home. Better clean up your own house and heat this home. Bring our babies home and end this slaughter so we can have peace for each son and daughter. I want all our babies to have the chance to live and love and laugh and dance. So now it's time to start the talk. If we want our babies to walk the walk, we gotta show them how it's done with respectful negotiation, not a gun, not bombs or missiles or WMDs, but United Nations peace treaties. Feeding the hungry, freeing the slave, working together with the world to save us all from the threat of war's destruction. To be the world's helper, not an obstruction. Be a team player at home and abroad, and stop dividing us with lies and fraud. I'm a peace-loving mama with our lives to save. To live in peace, we must all be brave, because the emperor tells us to hate each other and forget we all are sisters and brothers. The empire will try to diss my words, because it's scared that when the truth is heard, it's harder to keep us in a cave of denial, but the light of peace is worth the trial. Let's imagine a world without chaos and greed, pollution, war, famine, and need. For the empire's domination will cease, a world where all can live in peace. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm Maggie Rowland. I'm one of the Raging Grannies. And I'm going to ask each of the others to give their names. Here they go.
Mary Hanson Harrison from Women's International League for Peace and Freedom. Lori Jones from Wills. Diane Crow. Carla Hansen. Carolyn Eulenhake Walker from Wilf. Jan Burns.
We get together because sometimes you have to have a little relief, and we follow the words of Sojourner Truth. Sojourner Truth was a freed slave. I see somebody nodding their head who knows about Sojourner Truth. She went around the country making speeches after she was freed, and she also had a little fun here and there. Her motto is this: life is a hard battle anyway, and if we laugh and sing a little as we fight the good fight for peace and freedom, it makes it all go easier. So our first song, we're going to introduce ourselves as the Raging Grannies. The second song, there's lots of repetition in it, so just join in. You'll know when it's time to join in. And there's...
Give them their land back. Let's bring our troops